Hello everyone, this is Jin from Gin and Tonic Wellness. I am with Leo from Tea and Whisk.
Hello everybody.
Yeah, this is in Chinatown. He has an awesome tea house that he can do tea tasting. Today we're going to talk about how tea can use as a medicine for inflammation, obesity, weight gain, and stuff like that. So, what do we have here, Leo?
So the tea that we're gonna be trying is a Longjing.
Longjing.
Yeah, this is English we call it Dragon Well.
Yeah.
It's one of the most famous Chinese green tea. It's famous for it looks. If you look at it.
So Leo, tell me, what does Longjing taste like? Can you just describe it as much as you can?
Well, the most Longjing that you found in the market, it tastes just kind of like nutty and kind of like sour. A lot of time, slightly like acidity and sour. But a good Longjing has like this kind of like sweet vegetal, almost like cucumber kind of taste, but then it's also nutty, almost like pistachio. But nowadays it's very difficult to find a really good Longjing because it's so popular. The more popular the tea is, the more likely you're not getting the really good quality one, especially if you paying for like $1, $2 an ounce, then for sure usually the leaf are machine picked. So if you notice, our leaf is full leaf. You can see the full length of it, and this is also wildly grown. They're not from like a tea farm that is like make hundreds of kilo a year. They only produce like very small amount in a year. So that's also make a difference between like a hand-picked Dragon Well compared to something that is like mass-produced. So hopefully you can see the difference in the quality. Most people never even have this. Usually with Longjing, if you use anything over 190 degree, it's gonna get really bitter really quick. With our Longjing, you never have to worry about that.
You can use boiling hot water, right?
Yeah, you just have to do it quicker. And you want to get that slightly bitter but not acidic and like really sweet aftertaste. A lot of tea farmer, they actually like it when it's like strong. So it's like so that you can really feel the caffeine of the tea. And so let's serve this to you.
Just now I saw you holding the tea leaf in that teacup before you put the water in. You shake it. What is that purpose?
Oh, so shaking it is because I actually heat up the gaiwan first. So, and then when I put the dry leaf, shaking it is really to kind of like release some of the flavor. So when I start brewing them, the flavor is ready.
Cheers.
So you can smell. First, always start from the nose. You want to smell it. What are you smelling?
You know what? This is the best Longjing I've ever had.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Honestly, Longjing is my least favorite tea.
Because they are so commercially
You
available
are right.
nowadays.
It's hard to find really good Longjing.
But people forgot there's a reason why they were famous. But unfortunately, people buying all the bad ones.
Yeah, I did. That's why I thought I didn't like it. But I like this one. So Longjing is good for inflammation and right?
Yeah.
Weight loss and
really good caffeine also. So caffeine has increased the metabolism. So if you use that for like working out or like for like even study, you keep your mind sharp and focused. And then when you work out, it's supposed to burn more calorie because of that increased metabolism.
Caffeine is not bad for you, okay? So please ignore the misleading information on the market. Caffeine is only bad for you if you overdo it, okay? And every time I ask people not to drink coffee, it's not because of the caffeine in the coffee, it's the nature of the coffee. But today we're going to talk about tea.
What's amazing about the caffeine in tea, And another good thing about our green tea too, you can actually reuse the leaf many times.
How many times? I was gonna ask you actually.
Cheap Dragon Well, you can do maybe twice. This kind of Dragon Well, like really high quality, you can usually do 6, 7, 8 times. So you pay more, but you really get a lot more.
I would rather that,
Yep.
Get cheap ones and then just do 2 rounds, and then the taste is not that great, so why buy cheap ones?
And on top of it, this is wildly grown, so which means is they naturally get the food from the rain, from the surrounding nature, So the soil is healthier, the plant is happier. When the plant is happier, it's automatically going to make the tea quality better. It feels cleaner. The caffeine is feel cleaner. Not all caffeine.
So how many kinds of longjing do you have?
We have 3. Even our I call it our lowest grade, but it's still like
Really
the
good.
highest grade in the market.
They don't have any low grade tea here.
No, like even our lowest grade, you can still brew 3-4 times. The big difference is our lowest grade, it will eventually lose the sweetness quicker compared to this one where it's like maintain the sweetness a lot.
Is this the best one or is this middle grade?
So we have 2 best one actually. They just from different area. Because Longjing is such a popular thing. It's such a big place in China. So we never settle with one best. I always try to find a better version every year. So when I found this version, this is our newer version. I really like it and it gives me enough difference. So it's actually 2 high quality and 1 like mid grade. It's more like that. So they are, some people, it's just preference. Like,
So this is mid grade.
no, high grade.
Oh, okay.
So this is high grade, and then I have another one high grade that is sold out right now, and then I have the mid grade. So I don't have low grade. So mid grade and 2 high grade.
See, high grade is already sold out.
Yeah, so one of the high grade is already sold out.
So everyone, longjing. I am very excited because we are going to taste this 醇香普洱. Now, 普洱 tea is a kind of black tea, and I am already a 普洱 fan, but I've never had this kind of 普洱. Leo said that this kind of 普洱 is roasted with black sugar, but it's not sweet, right?
It's not. They don't actually put the black sugar.
Just with the complexity of the flavor.
Yeah, they're just like the aroma, the smell of the black sugar. It's the leaf will absorb them, just like how they make jasmine tea.
I am so excited. I always tell my clients to drink 普洱 tea for weight loss. Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, so they come in a cake shape. A lot of time it's nice for like storing. You can let them age for like 10 years is usually when the tea becomes really good. And what's amazing is this tea is only 2021 and it's already tastes like 7-year-old. And that's what's amazing about it. So we're gonna give that a try. So this is what the full cake looks like. So I'm gonna actually use the one that I've already been using. So this is what happened after you use it for a while, like what I did.
You broke it, huh?
Yeah, so it's actually a full cake and this is so popular. So this is what it looks like.
Fantastic.
So you can see it's dark.
Can I get one piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So when you started drinking pu'er, a lot of time people like to use about 3 to 4 grams. But when you've been drinking pu'er like me, I've been drinking it forever. I like it like strong. This is 9.3. It might be a little bit too strong, but I'll like remove a little bit.
I like strong tea.
Yeah, 7 grams. So normally most people when they start drinking pu'er, they'll put like half, right? 7 grams for me is good. So and sometimes because it's a small piece, so sometimes I will have to use the knife. The knife is usually dull, and then this is you just break it from the side, but this is already not that much left, so you will like usually just kind of like wiggle around. You want to put it on the table and then you kind of like twist it like that, but when it's small like this you can just break it with your hand. Right, so first step, I'm gonna heat up the pot. So simple. And then this time I'm using a teapot, and put this whole thing inside. You're going to rinse the tea.
You always rinse pu'er, right?
Always rinse the pu'er. We don't do that with green tea or white tea. And then just pour it out immediately.
You don't drink that, huh?
No, normally we don't.
Okay.
And with pu'er, sometimes they taste better at the later brew. So sometimes I will do it twice. The first time you do it is to clean the tea.
And bring the flavor out also.
The second is really to bring out the flavor. So this time, sometime I will drink it, but I already done this too many times. So I already know that I like it at the later brew. So I'm gonna do it twice. So I wouldn't drink this rinse and the first infusion, but instead of just throwing it away, you can either use it to kind of like clean your cup or give your cup that scent, like warm up your cups. That's this part you don't drink it, Then the rest of this, you can actually feed it to your tea pad. I need to get tea pad.
Tea pad.
So instead of just dumping it, sometimes Chinese people don't like that. It's a way, so we use that to feed
for
your
the
tea
tea
pad.
pad.
And you see how like it changed color. So this is good luck. And then you can do the same thing with this part. Feed it to your pad. See that? Same thing with this one. And then I'm gonna put the teapot on the side now. We're gonna drink this. Very simple, very quick boiling water. Right. Take time. And then we're over here.
You don't have to wait for a long time, right? For it to brew.
But later on, it's gonna get stronger and stronger. This tea, you can brew this like 15-20 times easily. So you're gonna see first time the color is gonna be beautiful amber.
It's already quite dark.
Yep, and then later it's gonna get really dark, right? So most people like more like light color like this. I like it super dark. So we're gonna see which kind of pu'er you like.
All right, cheers.
Careful, it's hot.
Smooth.
Yeah, very, very smooth.
Smooth.
It's almost like rice kind of taste. Very, very natural.
I can taste that. The sugar scent.
Yeah, but it's not in it, you know.
Yeah, without the sweet taste.
And because they fermented, they're good for your guts. My wife, the other day, she had a food poisoning from a restaurant. And so I gave her some pu'er and she feels better almost immediately.
This kind?
Yeah, because it can really help with that too.
Pu'er is extremely good for weight loss. Also help to digest food. Let's say if you go out to eat buffet, you know, when you go out to eat, they don't use the best kind of oil, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And immediately you have some pu'er.
Yeah, it helps with bloating.
You can eat again. Just don't.
It helps with bloating. It helps with feeling uncomfortable because of eating too much.
Nausea due to greasy food. Yeah.
Greasy food, absolutely. It get rid of, like when you eat like fried food, it get rid of that kind of oily feel in your throat because it's usually stay there. So the pu'er will get rid of that. It's also help you separate the bad fat to the good fat. So that's another benefit of pu'er.
Also, pu'er is very good for high cholesterol.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want to increase your HDL, go ahead and drink pu'er.
Even blood sugar too. It has so many.
I can believe that.
So many good health benefits.
Yeah. Oh, see, it's so much darker. See.
Just a second time you can see it's already dark. So when you drink a pu'er, it's a whole experience because every infusion is a whole different experience. So you'll see how it progresses from different infusion. So it's never just like one kind of flavor, and that's what's exciting about drinking pu'er.
Stronger now. I love it strong.
It's thicker too, the body, the texture.
And it's not heavy. It's still very smooth and light, but full of character.
Oh yeah. I mean, for a pu'er, this is extremely sweet. Normally, for pu'er to get this kind of sweetness, you gotta be aging it at least 7 to 10 years. And this is only 2-year-old, which means it's gonna get better. When you buy this, like 6 months later, every time you revisit this, it's getting better. Usually when it's so young, we call it the flavor is too raw, which means there's a lot of those like medicinal bitter flavor, which some people like, but most people prefer like this kind of smooth, sweet texture.
So you can always buy a cake and just let it age. How do you store?
So in Vegas, we are very dry here. So as long as you just put it in a clean cabinet that have no smell like spices, or then you can just let it age naturally. If you want to age properly, you can actually put it in a big kind of plastic bins and put the pu'er cake and then put a bowl of water and let it ferment naturally that way.
You want to create the humidity.
Yes,
right?
and then you're gonna cover the box and you just kind of like refill the bowl once a week. Yeah,
see.
that's how you're supposed to do it here in Vegas. But I normally I don't even do that because we sell our pu'er so quick, so we don't have time to wait 3 to 6 months.
Really? Yeah, pu'er is extremely good for you. If you have chronic diseases, instead of drinking coffee, drink pu'er. It gives you energy, but it's not that kind of jolt, you know what I mean? And then you crash.
Here's the cool thing, because it is very young, the energy is actually much higher than those that's been aged for like 7 to 10 years. So the older it is, the caffeine is actually get lower. So right now you can still feel the caffeine, and it's still kind of calmer.
Yeah,
caffeine.
I feel really relaxed.
So you can see this is third infusion.
Third, huh?
Yeah, and you can do this forever, like easily 15, 20 times. And what's cool about pu'er too, they don't really get over brew. They get really strong, but they don't really get bitter. So you can actually just put this pu'er in the tumbler and just refill it all day, and then just let it sit on the bottom. That's what my wife normally do. She just like drink it all day. Don't burn yourself, but if you try to coat your tongue with it, there's so much flavor. It's like I said, it tastes almost like a sweet rice in a way.
I see what you mean.
You know, it's almost like a sweet jasmine rice in a way, almost like a sticky rice.
I bet if you use this to make tea eggs.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine? Yeah. So thank you for watching. Today we learned a little bit about longjing, which is dragon well, and pu'er, the special kind of pu'er, which is black sugar roasted.
Black sugar, yeah, well, we just call it black sugar chunxiang.
Chunxiang.
But just search for black sugar once it become available on our website. So definitely check out our website. We have over 150 different traditional tea from China, Taiwan, Japan. Thank you, Jin, for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome. We always want to talk about, tea together. Finally found the time.
Finally.
Yeah. Thank you so much for allowing me to taste your really expensive pu'er, but worth it.